There are some heroes whose lives were destined legend. Great men and women who were born lead nations, overthrow tyrants, and rewrite history. Other heroes, though, were not fated from birth. They were nothing more than normal people looking to lead normal lives in peace. They are people thrust into situations after the force of tyranny becomes too much to handle. These are the heroes that truly lend themselves to legend, because they are not godlike beings living on earth, but rather earthly people raising their fists at the gods. They are the actuation of everyone's secret ambitions. Our hero grew up in the small, peaceful village of Andraville. The residents lived in a tranquil happiness. They had heard of the despot's cruelty and subversion, but had never had to endure it themselves. Until one day. The young hero had gone hunting in nearby woods. While he was gone, Lord Warren's troops marched into Andraville. The hero returned to see his village in ashes, and everyone he ever knew melted and disfigured. With nowhere to turn, and with vengeance in his heart, he went to find the rebellion. Hero quickly joined their ranks, and they set off at once to catch the brutes of murder. The group's first obstacle was traversing the unlaundered desert, whose stench was as unbearable as its heat. This vast desert has killed many a traveler, but the rebellion was full of stout men with a mission. For 2 days and 2 nights they trudged through dunes of cotton. Finally, at the dawn of the 3rd day, they reached the end of the desert, but they dared not rest, for they were now at the edges of the Lager Forest. The Lager Forest, a beautiful and deadly place. Throughout the day, the sun shines through the leaves, casting the floor in green. At night, however, the leaves fell like shards of glass. The rebellion had to make it through the forest before night fell. In an ironic twist of fate, the rebellion caught up to Lord Warren's troops at the Living Plains. Despite their exhaustion from days of travel, the rebellion was ready to face a larger force. The 2 groups of warriors stood off, facing each other, each man staring another man down in what would prove to be a catalyst to the rebellion's war. Then, the fighting started. It was quick, but it was bloody. Despite smaller numbers, the rebellion soundly defeated the army squad. However, it was not without consequences. The rebellion sacrificed on that day. They lost 3 fine warriors. However, our hero got his revenge, and the war against tyranny officially began. The rebellion would slowly get more and more support and members, gathering around the singular image of a young man who spent most of his life in a small village. A young man who would soon become a hero.